Hi guys, if you are seeing this video, then there's an important message that wants to come through for you from the universe, your higher self, your spirit guides, whatever resonates with you personally. And in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to be finding out what that message is. I'm going to be using a combination of tarot cards, charms, and some word tiles to hopefully get a really clear message for you on what you most need to hear or know in this moment. I'm really excited for this reading. I feel really good energy from each pile. But first, really quickly, before we get into the reading, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Hannah, and I post pick a card readings on my channel a few times a week. So feel free to subscribe if you're interested in seeing my videos in the future. I do offer private readings, both pre-recorded and live readings if you're interested, as well as astrology readings. And you can see my website, blatherby.com, for more information. I just also wanted to say thank you to everyone that has been commenting, liking, and subscribing, and also thank you to everyone that's been wishing me a happy birthday. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it will have a message for you. But I am filming and posting it in Scorpio season. I am a Scorpio, and a lot of people have been sending me really sweet messages, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. And I think that's everything that I wanted to say. One thing that I do want to say, actually, is that this is a general reading, so keep in mind that there's going to be multiple people watching each pile. Not everything may resonate 100%, and that's okay. If something doesn't resonate, it's meant for someone else. Just let it go and take what does resonate. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the pile selection. Again, the question is what you most need to know or hear in this moment, what message wants to come through for you. Pile number 1 on the left is the Marigold Tarot with this pink Thompsonite or pink Larimar moon. So this is pile number 1. Pile number 2 in the middle is the Tarot de los Dios trace. I'm sorry to anyone that speaks Spanish. I know my accent is terrible. With this little cavansite rose. So that is pile number 2. And pile number 3 is the Tarot de Carlotydes with a gray banded agate star, and it has this little druzy bit. This always makes me think of a shooting star, like the little druzy pattern in it. So that is pile number 3. I also put my Spotify library on shuffle and got a song and then messages for each pile. I'm going to share the messages that I got with you while I'm shuffling, but I'm also just going to tell you the song that came through in case that helps you decide. You don't have to use the song to help you pick a pile if you don't want to, but if you're having a hard time sensing which pile is for you, the song may help you. I'll put all of the songs, I'll put a link to them along with the pile timestamps down below. So pile number 1, the song that came through was Aline by Christophe. That's a French song, like an old French song. Pile number 2, the song that came through was Business by Tune Yards. And pile number 3, the song was Wish You Would by Mickey Blanco and Princess Nokia. I used to love that song like when I was in college, and I haven't listened to it in years. So it was really fun to listen to that and like get messages again. So those are the piles as well as the songs that came through. Once you've made your selection, I'll put all the timestamps in the description box and also in a comment down below so you can easily jump to the pile that is calling you. If you need some more time, feel free to pause the video, meditate, see which pile is calling to you, and once you've made your selection, again, I'll have all of the timestamps listed down below. So I will see you at the timestamp. Hi guys, if you chose pile 1 or the pink moon with the Marigold Tarot, then welcome. This reading is for you. Let's see what message is coming through for you about what you most need to know or hear in this moment. And like I said, I'm going to tell you the messages that came through from the song while I'm shuffling. But first, I am just going to invite any ancestors, spirit guides, and positive energies that would like to communicate with us about everyone that chose pile 1. We invite these energies to please communicate in the most effective and concise way possible with comfort and ease for the highest and greatest good of all, so that we can get the most accurate and helpful reading for everyone that chose pile 1 that we can. And again, we are asking for a message for pile 1. What important message is coming through for pile 1? What does pile 1 most need to know or hear in this moment? Okay, so the messages that came through in the, like while I was listening to the song, was that there is currently a relationship in your life that is not super healthy. And the reason for that is this person is not 100% honest with you about who they are. There could have been a betrayal, dishonesty, or cheating for some of you. And also there was a message coming through that the way that you see this person also isn't 100% accurate. I completely relate to that. That's something that I can struggle with sometimes. But the overall message that was coming through is that this relationship is keeping you stuck in some way, or that it's this relationship or this connection is stuck in a stagnant energy right now. Let me show you the card that came through. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. This deck is really pretty. So we'll see what else is coming through about that. That was one thing that was coming through, is that there may be a connection that is either that's currently still happening or that's ended that we're kind of holding on to. It's like the connection is a little bit stagnant and change is required for it to kind of move forward. What was also coming through is that it was more about the stone. Pink larimar promotes relaxation as well as healthy relationships. It also helps people kind of calm down. So what's coming through for me is that that's kind of what's coming in for you. There's a lot of healing coming in for you associated with the heart and the throat chakra. So a lot of healing around relationships and communication. And also a lot of healing around understanding, processing, and communicating your feelings. So that was what was coming through from the song. I'm going to see what else is coming through from the tarot. Again, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Oops. We have the Six of Wands. Wow, that's exciting. What else does pile 1 need to know, need to hear? We have the Hermit. Let's get one more. Wow, we have the Lovers in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and clarify. So why is the Four of Wands in reverse in this reading? You guys, this card just flew. I wish you could see the way that card just flew. The Three of Cups in reverse. Why is... Let me grab my glasses. 1 second. I'm always surprised by how blind I am, but I should not be surprised because it happens every single day. Okay, why is the Six of Wands in this reading? What does that tell us about what you need to know, pile 1? Why is the Six of Wands here? Wow, you guys, we have the Empress. Why is the Hermit in this reading? What is that telling us about pile 1? And the message that pile 1 needs to hear. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And why is the Lovers in reverse in this reading? We have the Page of Cups in reverse. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. This is a really pretty Ten of Wands. Hopefully you can see it. I can't see on the camera what it looks like, so hopefully there's not a glare. I'm sorry if there is. I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards, but I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing from these tarot cards while I do that. Again, we have the Lovers in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, as well as the Ten of Cups in reverse. The message that's coming through for me, and I'm really sorry to deliver this because I have been in this place before, is it feels like there's a relationship in your life, likely romantic for a lot of you, and what you're hoping for out of this relationship is not possible with that person right now. With the Six of Wands and the Empress, you guys, what you want from this person 100% is coming to you. 100%. There's a very strong message here that you guys are incredibly attractive people and you have a lot to offer in relationships. Not only are you like physically attractive, it's like you're very energetically attractive as well. You guys have a really, really nice energy and you guys are really sweet, caring, compassionate people. And again, you have a lot to offer someone in a relationship. What's coming through is that there's something about this particular connection that is just, it's like this connection is not ready. It's this person is not able to give you what you're hoping for from them right now. And that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with what they need to work through right now. And so that, like, there's a very strong message here to me that if there's like a relationship that's going on, where you're like hoping for, like, where you're hoping for a certain outcome, it's like that outcome 100% is coming to you, but I think it's coming with someone that's a little bit different than the person that you may be hoping that it's coming with, if that makes sense. We have the self-care card. What else do you need to know, pile 1? We have the choice card. We have the truth card. And let me get one more. We also have the fear card. Okay, so the energy around this is something that I am personally pretty familiar with. There's a strong message coming through here that some of you may be afraid to leave this connection behind, or some of you may be afraid that you're not going to feel the way that you feel about this person, about a different person, that you're never going to find someone like this again, that you're not going to find a connection that is this deep. And your guides are very much saying that you will. Your guides are saying that it's like there's something about this person where you can sense that, like, there's a connection there, but your guides are saying that there's someone else. It's like this person has part of the puzzle, but not the full thing. There's someone else that has all of what you're looking for, and this person doesn't. And like, there's fear around letting this go, but your guides are saying that once you let it go, you're going to see a lot of positive change in your life. Also, I apologize in case you can hear any noise in the background. My roommate is cooking right now. I hope it's not distracting, but if it is, I apologize. But again, your guides are saying that you don't need to be afraid of letting this go, because you are going to find someone else where you actually feel an even stronger connection to that person than what you feel with this person. Your guides are saying that what's happening right now is that there's certain cycles that are closing for you with the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands can represent an ending that is a little bit stressful or challenging. Like, the traditional tarot shows someone that's carrying a bundle of wands, and it always makes me think of like hitting your head against a wall, like when you just feel really frustrated. Your guides are saying that what's happening right now, it's like the universe is using this time to show you certain patterns and habits, like certain choices that you are making that are not helpful. And like, every single person does that. So don't think that that is like a personal thing or that there's something wrong with you. Every single person does something that is not helpful or self-sabotaging in some way. And what your guides are trying to do right now is to show you where exactly you are doing that, so that you can no longer do that. You know what I mean? So that you can make different choices that are more in alignment with what it is that you actually want to bring in. And that can be really annoying in the moment. It can be really frustrating to have to kind of experience that. But your guides are saying that it's going to be, that frustration and pain is going to be worth it if you're able to learn a lesson from it, or if you're able to see the deeper meaning behind it and understand why it's happening. This is a really good time to kind of spend some time by yourself in meditation, in reflection. It's also a really good time to develop a spiritual practice, a consistent spiritual practice, or a consistent self-care practice. It doesn't have to be a lot or very often. You could meditate for 5 minutes once a week, but just like creating some kind of schedule for yourself. For me personally, what I like for self-care, like, is my skincare routine. Having like a really detailed skincare routine for me is kind of like a self-care thing. And of course, for each person it's going to be different, but developing some kind of schedule that is that is either spiritual or is like taking care of yourself in some way is going to be really helpful. Also, you're doing a lot of work around the heart chakra right now. And if you're interested in it, consciously working with that, so consciously opening the heart chakra or consciously releasing any blockages is something that could be really helpful. Forgiveness work could also be helpful. Like I'm thinking of the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, Ho'oponopono. I'm probably saying that wrong. But if you search like Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, you can find it. That's something that could be really helpful as well. Okay, I'm going to pull some charms for you guys and see what else is coming through. What else does pile 1 need to know or need to hear in this moment? We have a little sand bucket with a little pail. Oops, I just dropped one. We have a passport, a saw, a tree house, a backpack, an opening treasure chest, and we also have a graduation tassel. And then I'm gonna grab the one that went on the floor. Where did it go? We have a dove. And then I'm also going to grab you a couple of letter tiles. Okay, I'm also going to grab you a couple of letter tiles and see if we can see any words or initials that may have some meaning for you. We have N, A, O, a blank tile. We also have an S. I'm going to grab just a couple more. R, U, Q, R, and G. Okay, so one of the very first things that I saw was no. I'm also saying N-A-U-R, like when people say no with that accent. I can't do it. Because if you guys have seen any of my videos, you know that I can't pronounce anything, but I will put a link to what I'm talking about in case you don't know what I'm talking about in the description box. So I'm seeing no. So again, one thing that's coming through is that, like, if there's a certain relationship that you're really hoping on right now, it just may not be the right time, or that may not be the right person. I'm also seeing songs, so music may be something that's important for a lot of you. With the charms that came out, I am seeing that a period of peace and relaxation is coming. So if you have been stressed, know that things are going to get better. Going back to the self-care theme with the sand bucket and the treehouse, it's making me think of childhood. So thinking about self-care, thinking about things that you really liked in childhood or things that may be nostalgic, may be helpful for you when it comes to kind of thinking about self-care. Again, the saw is making me think of cutting someone off, or, you know, cutting or ending a relationship. Again, the open box is making me think of opening your heart chakra. The tassel is also making me think that you're graduating from something. Again, this period of stress and frustration, it's to allow certain cycles to end so that you can move into something else. So with the tassel, it's like you're graduating from one cycle and you're moving into something else. And again, with the dove, peace is coming. Peace, relaxation, and closure. And with the passport, travel may be something that also helps you during this time period, or travel may be something that's coming up for you, which is really cool and exciting. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 1. I hope that was helpful or provided clarity or insight. Thank you for giving me the chance to share this message with you. Again, if you're interested in a private reading, you can see my website for more information. Sending lots of love and light your way, and have a great day. Hi guys, if you chose pile 2 or the cavansite stone with the Tarot de los Dios trace, then welcome. This message is for you. Let's see what is coming through for you in terms of a message about what you most need to know or hear right now. Like I said, I got some messages for you from my Spotify library, and I will share them with you while I'm shuffling, but first I'm going to invite any ancestors, spirit guides, and positive energies that would like to communicate with us about everyone that chose pile 2. We invite these energies to please communicate in the most effective and concise way possible, with comfort and ease for the highest and greatest good of all, so that we can get the most accurate and helpful reading for everyone that chose pile 2 that we can. And we are asking, what does pile 2 most need to know or most need to hear in this moment? What important message is coming through for pile 2? Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle and grab some tarot cards. And while I do that, I will tell you the messages that came through. Here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the very first message that was coming through is that it's important right now to forgive yourself and to forgive other people. It's okay and safe for you to move on, and it's for your own benefit. One thing that's also coming through is that you guys are going through a spiritual awakening, and your spiritual gifts are growing right now. Major changes are about to happen in your life, and courage and confidence will help, and these changes are for your highest and greatest good. However, change can still be scary or difficult to deal with sometimes. So again, courage and confidence may help you in that area, but know that this change is positive and it's happening for your highest and greatest good. One message that's also coming through is that some of you need to take a break from work or to examine your work-life balance and to make sure that you're taking enough time for your personal life as well. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. One message that was coming through as well is that it is important to allow yourself permission to really feel your feelings, especially feelings of grief or loss. And then the final message that was coming through is that breakthroughs are incoming. So if you've been feeling a little bit stagnant or feeling kind of stuck, there's some breakthroughs and some insight coming through, which will be cool. So I'm just going to get 2 more cards in terms of tarot cards. 2 more cards, please. What does pile 2 need to know? Ooh, we have the Star. And let's get one more. We also have the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm just going to clarify. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse in this reading? What does that tell us about the message that's coming through for pile 2? We have the Wheel of Fortune. What did I say about major changes coming, right? Why is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse in this reading? What does that tell us about this message for pile 2? We have the 2 of Wands. Why is the Star in this reading? We have Temperance in reverse. And why is the King of Pentacles in reverse in this reading? One just flipped over. Where did it go? Well, let's see. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? What does that tell us about the message that's coming through for pile 2? The Hanged Man. And the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you guys, with the Star here, like that's a big card. Like we have some big cards here. We have some heavy hitters in terms of energy. You guys have very strong energy with the Star here. One thing that's coming through very strongly is that you guys do have very strong spiritual gifts. And for a lot of you, those gifts are very psychic, and they're also like energetic. Like you guys can sense energy, you can read energy really well, and also you guys would be very gifted at energy healing. Some of you already are very gifted at energy healing. Others of you haven't yet discovered that you are very gifted at that. And you guys are going through an energy awakening right now. Even if you've been on a spiritual journey, there are upgrades happening. There are changes coming. There's an evolution of your power in some way. One thing that's coming through is that you guys are not super tuned into your emotions. With the Knight of Cups coming up in reverse, Temperance in reverse, the Hanged Man, it feels like you guys are a little bit disconnected from your emotions. And it feels like some of you are using work as a way to distract yourself from feeling certain emotions. And your guides are saying that that is not helping you in terms of your overall goal. And so again, that's one reason why I think you're being encouraged to take a break or to take a rest to help you get back in touch with your emotions. One thing that's coming through as well is that it may help you guys to work on grounding with the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands all in reverse, as well as the Temperance card in reverse. Really doing some like heavy grounding work right now could be really helpful. Because it feels like you guys are getting, again, it feels like an energetic upgrade. It feels like there's some strong energy coming your way, and making sure that you are grounding yourself as that energy comes in is going to be really helpful. And it's going to help you adjust, and it's also going to help you be more flexible with the changes that are coming in. If you are finding like your home life a little bit frustrating right now, that will change. As you ground and as you get in touch with your emotions and allow certain things to flow, it feels like the home life situation is also going to start flowing or feel a little bit better as well. A lot of you that chose this pile are mediums or have the ability to be mediums. Again, I feel like some of you already know that. Some of you already are working in that capacity. Others of you are like maybe discovering that right now. And your guides are saying it's important that you know that you're not crazy, that this is a gift, and that if you ask for it, you will receive help that will help you uncover that gift and work with it and develop it for the highest and greatest good of all. What else does pile 2 need to know or hear right now? What is coming through for pile 2? Wow, you guys, this is kind of crazy. I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and still sometimes when things line up, it's still crazy to me. We have the Choice card. We have the Power card. Again, like, I feel like that just really lines up. We also have the Grieve card, and we also have the Self-Care card. So a couple of other messages coming through. Really pay attention to your dreams. You may be getting a lot of messages in your dreams, so writing them down if you don't do that already could be helpful. Again, you guys are very powerful people. Like, you have a strong energy, and there's a reason for that, because you're using that energy to benefit a lot of other people. It's like you guys are meant to be powerful, so stepping into your power and accepting that is really helpful. I feel like some of you may be a little bit uncomfortable unconsciously with the idea of power, or you may unconsciously kind of give your power to other people, and your guides are like, no, that power is yours, that power is for you. Accept it, step into it, and be grateful for it. Also, again, recognize that recognize that the power is really meant to be used for the highest and greatest good of all, not just for yourself. You are being asked to look at the choices that you're making recently, especially around work and especially around work-life balance or just balance in general. One thing that's coming through as well is that you guys may have a special gift with animals, or you may have a special connection with animals. And spending more time with animals could really help you ground in, or also for some of you, spending time at the ocean or near water could help you ground in. Okay, I'm just going to grab some terms for you now and see what else is coming through. What does pile 2 need to know or need to hear in this moment? Okay, we got a lot. we have the little fries charm. I apologize if you can hear any noise in the background. Today has been crazy in terms of filming. There's just been so many interruptions, and my roommate is cooking right now. So if you hear anything in the background, hopefully it's not annoying or distracting, but I do apologize. We have a maple leaf. We have a little thimble. We have a little strawberry heart. We have a witch's hat. We have a bucket of sand with a little pail. We have a jewelry box that's opening. We have a telephone, a rooster, and also an umbrella. Okay, so one thing again that I'm seeing is that travel could be really helpful for you guys. Again, spending time in nature, I think, is also going to be really helpful. You guys should be confident. Like, you should, with the rooster here, I'm feeling like you should be really proud of your abilities. You should feel really confident. And that's one thing that you're being asked to do, is to feel confident about your power. I feel like you guys, again, you are very powerful people, and I feel like consciously you may be okay with that, but it feels like subconsciously you're still kind of giving your power away in some capacity, and you're being asked to kind of examine how that might be or where you might be doing that. There's a message coming through that you are very divinely protected. You have a lot of support on the other side. And again, you may be receiving guides or connections through animals. One thing that's coming through as well is that you guys may be getting an important message soon with the telephone. I'm going to pull some letter tiles now and see if there's any words or initials that are coming through that may be significant for you. I C Y A T and E. Okay, I'm seeing both icy and 8, which is making me think of like slang, and it's making me think, again, you guys, like, you are really talented. You are really, really good at what you do, and you are meant to be powerful people. Like, you guys are just, you're the star. Like, you are the main character. It's kind of the energy that's coming through. We have D, K, G, H, and E. I'm not seeing anything else. If clay, maybe? No, there's no L. Cat. Okay, so I am not very good at finding things like on the spot. So if you guys see any words or you see anything interesting in there, please comment down below, because you guys are sometimes much better at finding that than me. But that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 2. I hope that was helpful or provided clarity or insight. I really enjoyed connecting with you, so thank you again for letting me share this message with you. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. And again, if you're interested, I do offer private readings at my website, blatherby.com. Thank you, and have a great day. Hi guys, if you chose pile 3 or the agate star with the tarot de carlotydes, then welcome. This message is for you. Let's see what is coming through for you in terms of an important message from the universe, your spirit guides, your higher self. Like I said, I did get some messages for you from my Spotify library, and I will share them with you while I shuffle. But first, I am going to invite the ancestors, spirit guides, positive energies that would like to communicate with us about everyone that chose pile 3. We invite these energies to please communicate in the most effective and concise way possible so that we can get the most accurate and helpful reading for everyone that chose pile 3 that we can. I chose pile 3, full disclosure, so I'm really excited to see what's going to come through for all of us. So let's jump in. Okay. So So what came through while I was listening to this song, it feels like some of you maybe have, like, you may have been doing some work on boundaries recently, and your guides are very proud of you, and they're telling you to keep it up. They're also reminding you that you can't just erect a boundary one time. Like, it's important to make sure that you're consistently doing that. That's something that I kind of find myself doing sometimes, is I'm like, I do something one time and then I'm like, wow, I did that. But you have to kind of keep doing that, and your guides just want you to keep that in mind. One thing that was also coming through is that anger is okay. It's okay to allow yourself to feel angry or frustrated, and that emotion is coming through for a reason. You know, you're not just feeling that because you're a bad person or because there's something wrong with you. Like, there's a reason why you're feeling that emotion, and your guides are encouraging you to see if you can get the larger message behind, like, what that emotion is trying to tell you. For example, anger can tell you that your boundaries aren't being respected, or that you're getting kind of a bad deal in a sense. And so, like, there's a reason why you're feeling that way, and your guides are encouraging you to kind of explore that. One of the tarot cards that have come out so far, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. We also have here that you guys are going to be very successful. So you should be confident and know that you are enough, and also that you're worth it. Your guides are encouraging you to do a little bit of work around self-esteem and self-worth. And again, there's a strong message that you are going to be successful. You're going to be okay. There's also a message that this is not the best time for you to focus on love. Your guides are saying that it will come in its own time, but there are other things that are priorities right now. And focusing on love is going to lead to disappointment and frustration at this point in time. So you're being encouraged to focus on yourself and focus on projects and other things instead of relationships at this point in time. And again, know that there's a divine plan for you, and that things are happening according to that plan. You're also being encouraged to find healthy or productive ways to deal with anger. Maybe writing a letter to someone and then burning it, working out, punching a pillow. Like, there's lots of different things that you can do. You're also being encouraged to work on grounding and balance. Okay, the other tarot cards that came out, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Wands upright, and we also have the Seven of Cups. I'm going to get a little bit of clarity. Why is the Five of Wands in reverse here? What is that telling us? That pile 3 needs to know, needs to hear. Wow, we have the Queen of Wands. This makes me think of Midsommar, this card. I've never seen that movie, but whenever I see it, I think of that. Okay, why is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here? What is that telling us about pile 3? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Why is the Knight of Wands in this reading? We have the King of Swords. And why is the Seven of Cups in this reading? We have the Emperor. And the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups in reverse. And I'm just going to get a couple of oracle cards as well. But what I'm seeing from these tarot cards, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups in reverse, again, like, what that message is telling me is that there is a really happy, positive relationship coming your way, but it's not the time right now. Like, that, again, there's a divine plan, and something that's very frustrating for me personally, because I have a lot of Mars in my birth chart. I have a Scorpio sun and an Aries moon, so I can be very impatient. And sometimes it's easy for me to forget. I'm like, okay, I want this right now. Like, why can't it come today? And for me, it's easy to forget that there's so many things happening behind the scenes. And there's a very strong message here that there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Your guides are pulling a lot of strings. They're bringing a lot of blessings your way, but it's not the right time for a blessing to come in love. That does not mean that there is not a blessing coming in love. The Six of Cups to me is a soulmate card. It's a card of joy, of just feeling like very connected to someone else. To me, it's a very beautiful relationship card. So with that coming with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck, and both of these cards are in reverse. So that is just telling me that you have a really, really beautiful relationship on the way, but it's not the right time right now. And again, one thing that's coming through as well is that those of you that pick this pile are really, really good at manifesting. You guys, like, you can bring things in really, really well. And so doing that consciously, I think, is going to be really helpful for you. Finding your own kind of personal manifestation routine or things that work for you. For me personally, I like to write things out. I also like to burn candles. I like to do things around the moon cycle as well, but finding your own kind of personal manifestation ritual, and then thinking about, okay, in my ideal relationship, what does that look like? How do I feel around that person? How does that person treat me? Like even different characteristics of that person that you want to bring in, like being very specific, or just like thinking about that. Like, you will manifest what you put out there. Like you guys are very good at manifesting, and this is a really good period for you for manifesting. So doing things like that will really help bring this relationship in for you. One thing that I'm seeing, again, one message that was coming through is that you may have been doing some work around boundaries, and your guides are saying that you're doing a really, really good job. But they also want to remind you that, like, sometimes when you haven't been setting boundaries, you like can go to the, like, people go to the opposite side where they like set too many boundaries and they have a huge wall up. And I'm just seeing this Knight of Wands that's like covered in armor, and then I'm also seeing this King of Swords with his mouth covered. So one message that's coming through for me is you are being encouraged to look at if you have maybe been a little bit too guarded or a little bit too defensive recently. Because that's not super helpful either. You don't want to be so guarded that you can't let anyone in. You know, you don't want the boundary to be so high or so thick that no one can come in and access you. So that's one thing to kind of look at. One thing that I'm also seeing is that if you've been going through a period of conflict, stagnation, or frustration, that is ending. You guys are incredibly creative people, and I'm seeing that like there's going to be kind of a creative period for you with the Queen of Wands. Like, you're moving into a period of feeling inspired, feeling excited, and also a period of success. Again, there's a lot of success coming your way. You guys are really, really good at what you do. It's like you don't even have to try that hard. You guys are just really, really good. And I'm seeing a lot of career success in the near future. And I think that's also part of the reason why this is not the right time for love, because there's a lot of things that your guides want to bring in your career or in the financial realm before they bring in a relationship. What else does pile 3 need to know or need to hear right now? We have the support card. We have the choice card. It gets better. And fire. Okay, so one message that is coming through is that your choices matter. Things aren't just like set in stone. The future is not necessarily set in stone. You know what I mean? Where it's like, on this day you will absolutely do this and you will absolutely meet this person. It's like there are potentialities, but it's up to you to take the action to make those potentials reality. So your guides are just reminding you that your choices do matter. And so you're also really being encouraged to think about where you want to be in the future in general. So we already talked about thinking about your ideal relationship, but also thinking about like what you want your ideal job to look like, or thinking about kind of where you want to be in the future, just in general. Like, where do you want to be living? What do you want to be doing? How do you want to fill your time? So kind of like setting goals for yourself in a sense, even if they're not necessarily career related, just thinking like, okay, in this amount of time, I would like to be here. And then looking at if your choices are in alignment with where you want to go or not. With the fire card, you guys are going through a period of transformation and change. And it's bringing in a lot of positivity into your life. Again, I'm seeing that there's a period. Oh my God, you guys, look at the bottom of the deck. Boundaries. I didn't even notice. And there's more fire on there too. Again, you guys are going through a period of transformation and change, and this is going to be an optimistic, positive period. There's a lot of joy coming in, there's a lot of happiness coming in, and a lot of inspiration. Like, it just feels like you waking up in the morning excited about what you're doing, excited about the path that you're on, excited about the changes that you're making, and excited especially about work. It feels like there's a lot of inspiration and creative opportunities coming in what you're doing. And it feels like you're going to be really excited about that. It also feels like there may be an opportunity for you to like move up the ladder in some capacity. I'm just seeing like with the emperor, and then I'm also seeing like a scepter here. Like, you may get more power in some respect, or you may have the opportunity to like move up in some way. One message that's also coming through is that you're really being encouraged to mind your business when it comes to other people's drama. Like a little random message coming through. Okay, I'm going to pull you guys some charms and see what else is coming through. Okay. Letter tiles are already falling for you, so there's definitely something that wants to come through there, but I'm going to pull some charms. What does pile 3 need to know or need to hear in this moment? We have a tree. It's making me think of the circle of life. We have a flamingo. A bunny and a moon. Yarn. I love how it literally says yarn, in case you couldn't tell that it was yarn. A syringe, I think. And I'll say a couple more. We have a little person in a canoe. This always makes me think of the 6 of Swords in tarot. So moving on, a period of transition. We have a little robot holding, I don't know, he's holding a jar. I think he's eating peanut butter, maybe? I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. We have a button. We have a little dove holding an olive branch. We have another dove with an olive branch and a peace symbol. And we also have a cuckoo clock. Okay, so what's coming through is that, again, if there have been stressful or frustrating situations in your life, they're going to be resolved with comfort and ease for your highest and greatest good. And there's also a period of comfort and ease coming your way. Things are going to feel a lot better. If you've had a disagreement with someone, I also see either you or them reaching out and the two of you being able to bridge that, forgiveness happening, and you being able to move on together. You're being encouraged to connect in with your emotions, to really let yourself feel what you're feeling and process certain things. Your guides are saying that it's okay, it's not scary. You're also being encouraged to really pay attention to your dreams. If you're not writing them down already, keeping a dream journal could be really helpful because there could be some important messages coming through for you there. You're also being encouraged to really take pride in your differences because that's what makes you so special and different. Okay, let's get you some word tiles as well, or letter tiles. These are the ones that came out while I was getting the charms. We have a K, a G, and also a V. I'm going to get a couple more. What else does pile 3 need to know, need to hear? Maybe we'll get some words that are significant, some initials that are significant for pile 3. We have E, P, U, N, S, N, and U. Another G, another E, and another E. And we also have an I. So we have a lot of double letters here. So some of you may have double letters in your name, or that may be significant to you somehow. The one word that's really standing out to me, I'm seeing UN, which is making me think of the United Nations, which is making me think of diplomacy, which again is making me think that if there's been a disagreement, that there is going to be some kind of olive branch extended from someone. There's also a lot of healing happening with the syringe, the peace. Like this is a period of healing, of peace. You're moving into a really, really positive period. Going back to the initials, I'm not seeing a lot of words here. Pun. Maybe you guys are really funny. You could almost make Kevin here. You can make Kevin. Kevin. Okay, we have Kevin. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Gun. Vine. Some of you guys, like, maybe should be making TikToks. Like, I don't know. Some of you may be funny and you could have social media success with the Vine. Or maybe, like, expanding on social media could be important. Or that could be one of, like, the creative projects that are coming through for you. But I'm not seeing a lot of other things in the words. So if you guys are seeing any interesting words or names, please comment them down below because you guys are really good at finding them. And I'm not so good. But that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 3. I hope that was helpful or provided clarity or insight. I really enjoyed connecting with you, so thank you again for letting me share this message with you. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. And again, you can get a private reading at my website, blatherby.com. Sending lots of love and light your way. Have a great day.